Let me welcome you back to the Silverton 250 today at Silverton Speedway. Greg Hamill is in second place today, starting P2, as he was not able to take Darren, who had a really fast car in qualifying, as Darren will be starting in the front for today's race. Greg starting P2, and Tommy with the worst qualifying he's had all year long. His car just seems off today, and he did not seem too happy after qualifying today, but he is looking to make a turnaround here and make a change as we're going to go green this next lap. Tommy with the worst qualifying of his season, as he was in the 15 seconds while Greg Hamill and Darren were in the 14s. So Tommy was a second slower today as we are ready to go green here at the Silverton 250 as Darren starts at the front in that Bass Pro Shop car. As we go, the track is bigger today as it is extended by an extra 30 feet on the straightaways. So the cars are definitely going to have more straightaways and a little bit of less turning, but these turns are going to be tough for Tommy and Greg's car, as Darren has an advantage with his car as he's able to control his car better on the turns. So Tommy and Greg have been sliding around a lot in qualifying, so we'll see how this affects them in the race as Tommy overtakes Greg there, and he is now in second place. So Tommy may find it here. He's been struggling with that turn. So has Greg with that turns on turn 3 and 4. They have been both struggling with their cars as Darren has a nice gap on both of them. So Darren is looking to have a strong race today. He has had a very, very rough start to his season. He's looking to turn it around here and make a change as he has a nice gap on Tommy and Greg. We are doing 15 laps in stage 1 today and 35 total laps in today's full race. So, as the track is bigger, so we are doing much less laps than the last race. So, today's race, beautiful weather outside today, 85 degrees, beautiful day at Silverton Speedway. The track is nice and hot, which could be affecting those tires a little bit on Tommy and Greg's, as those tires tend to heat up a lot faster compared to Darren's. So, we'll see how that affects the two of them. But Darren holding on to first place here, as he looks to have a strong race and maybe get some stage points. As he has Tommy right behind him, Greg in third right now, as we have 8 to go in stage 1. So, we'll see if Darren can get that Bass Pro Shop car moving, as he had a great race going last race, and just had a wreck that turned out to cost him a lot of space and put him in last place for that last race there. As Darren looking to hold on, he has 6 more laps to hold on to get the stage win here, as we have 6 to go. So Darren had some issues with that right rear tire last time, but Tommy was able to fix that for him in the garage, as he put an old wheel that was still in good shape. He put that wheel back on, so they are still good to go. As Darren holds on with a nice turn there, as Greg coming up on a Tommy Abramski, as he's looking to make a move on him somewhere in the stage to get by him, as Tommy gives him a little bit of space there, as the two are coming close. And Greg is definitely looking to get by Tommy. If he can do it here, that would be huge. Darren holding on. He's got Tommy coming right onto the right of him. Greg still holding that last place spot. He's looking to make a move on Tommy as well. So we'll see what they have here. Darren leading still as we are on turn 4. And now Tommy looking to make a move on Darren on the outside. And he's not quite able to there. Tommy was going to go for the overtake there and just wasn't quite able to do it. So as we have 2 to go in stage 1. Darren still holding on, and now Greg makes a move on Tommy, and Greg will now take second place from Tommy, as Greg with a move on Tommy to take that second place spot. Now Tommy really needs to get that position back. So, and we are in our final lap of stage 1. Can Darren hold on for the stage 1 win? This will be his first stage 1 win of the 2024 season and the first one of his career, as this is the first season of the Racing League. And Darren is going to hold on. Yes, he will hold on to the stage 1 win, and he will get 10 points. Greg will get 5, and Tommy coming in last, as his car was just not able to catch up. He made a move on the outside and gave Greg some space, and Greg took advantage of it. So Darren with 10 points, Greg with 5, Tommy with none. So Tommy will head off to the pits early in frustration, as he was not too happy there. So now we are ready to go green this next lap. Darren starting P1 after stage 1, Greg starting P2, and Tommy starting P3. So exactly how we started after qualifying, and that's exactly how we'll start in stage 2. So we'll see what they have, as this next lap we will be going green. As our officials, John Spino and Kathy Spino, helping out with us all season. We thank them for helping us with the flags and helping us keep track of these laps. And we are ready to go green for stage 2. As Tommy still in the back, Darren holding on to that first place spot. He's had a great race today. He's led all the laps in this race today. So he is just looking to keep it moving and keep things going, as he's having a really, really strong race. And if he keeps this going, he will be able to take a win away, as he will surprise everybody. Darren has been the underdog all season, as he's just not been able to do too much with that car, but he's having a good race today, and he's looking to make some moves here, as Tommy will make a pass on Greg Hamill, and Tommy is back in second place, as he is making a big comeback, as he's had a very slow car today, and he has not been happy with that car all day long, but he's looking to make a change here. Darren still holding on to that first place spot. Tommy still in second. There's still a decent gap in between Tommy and Greg, and Darren has a nice gap on Tommy as well. So Darren just needs to hold on to this for the rest of this race, and he is set up for a good race, as Tommy will go to the outside of Darren, and he looks to go make a move there, but he isn't quite able to, as his car was just not fast enough to catch Darren right there. So Tommy's car, he seems to be controlling it better, but he said in his pre-race interview that his car is very, very loose today. And he's having a hard time. He's sliding around all over the track. He's had a very hard time controlling his car. So he's looking to make an adjustment here. And I wonder if that's because of the heat of the track, but we're not sure, as Tommy is going to go inside on Darren, and Tommy makes a pass on the grass. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? What a move by Tommy there, as he makes a pass on the grass. Wow. What a move there by Tommy. What a risky move. I'm surprised he did not spin his car out there. And he is going to take first place. Now Greg will take the second place spot from Darren, and Darren drops back to the back of the field. Unbelievable. That is just unreal. What a pass by Tommy there. I have never seen that before, and that is just an insane move. I don't know how he controlled that car without spinning out right then and there. That was just a great move. As we head into turn 3. Oh, and we have trouble. Darren McCarthy wrecks on turn 3. And he is on his side now, as this is the second race in a row that he has flipped onto his side. And let's take a look at the replay. It just looks like, as the two drivers will go help him out, it just looks like he just lost control of his car on the turn, and the weight just became uneven, and he just flipped the car. Let's take another look. Yeah, he just put too much weight on that right side of the car and just flipped right on the side. That is 2 races in a row for Darren McCarthy. Darren is very frustrated, and Darren will take his car back to the garage, and Darren's day is over. So Darren McCarthy, wow, this is just a terrible sequence of events, and Darren's season is just continuously going rough. As we will go green this lap, as the green flag is waved. So Darren McCarthy led almost 90% of the laps this race. He makes a flip on turn 3 and flips the car onto its side. So Darren McCarthy is out of this race. He will not finish today's race, and Darren will end up only getting 10 points today. So this is just an unfortunate day for Darren McCarthy, as he flipped his car on the side once again, just lost control. He was controlling that car he's been controlling that car so much better this season after that first race, and he will not finish today's race, and it is unfortunate for the people that wanted to see Darren win, as he was controlling this race from the start of it, and I think he would have, if he never spun out right there, he would have won this race, and that is unfortunate for him, as now it is just Tommy and Greg left on the racetrack. And Darren was frustrated, and his car was just not able to finish today's race. And it is for the better and for the safety of our drivers that he is not going to finish. And it is unfortunate, but he will find a way to get in victory lane at some point. And I know he will turn his season around. We all know it. We know he'll find a way to finish the races. And he'll be back soon. And we'll see how he does next race. As Greg has a nice lead on Tommy here, as we have 6 laps to go. And in this race, and it is just the two of these guys battling it out now. So Greg has a nice lead on Tommy there. Tommy's slowing up, and it looks like his car is just dying right on him as he is slowing down constantly. And he is having some trouble with his car. His car is just not building up speed off of the turns, and that is a problem for him all day long. He has just not been able to make those turns right, and his car has been super slippery all day long, and he's just had a hard time controlling his car. So he's looking to make an adjustment here. He needs to make a move on Greg soon, or else this race is over. And Greg has a good lead on Tommy, and it looks like Tommy heads off into the grass there, and we are going to get a caution. Looks like Tommy caught the edge of the grass, and that grass is slippery right there. The second you touch that grass, your car is going to go. And let's take a look. It looks like he just touches the grass again, and goes right into the grass, as he was just not able to, as we see him try to make a left to get out of that, but he was not quite able to control the car. So now, as we are in our final lap, after that caution, and we are in our final lap of this race, and Greg Hamill is going to be your Silverton 250 winner, as he will win 2 races in a row for him. What a race for Greg, as he will do some burnouts in front of Tommy, and Tommy is not too happy with how this race went. But what a race for Greg Hamill, and wow, he came out of nowhere to take this win. He took this win away from Darren McCarthy, and ever since Darren went down, Tommy had a good lead, and then Tommy was just not able to take Greg Hamill's spot, and Greg Hamill wins this race today.